Hello, everyone. Good morning. I'm so glad you are here. I am happy to see all of you and welcome back to our Facebook Live every Wednesday and Saturday at 10 o'clock. I want to take the time to thank you for sending me your questions and your concern. I'm happy to answer. Yes, indeed. As many of you said, 2020 has been a year for the history books. We will be talking about what happened this year for decades to come. That is for sure. The question is, what kind of story would you tell? Will you focus only on the bad times or celebrate all of the good things that you experience despite the craziness of everything that happened this year? You get to choose the story you will tell. You can rewrite your year 2020. You can decide which details you want to focus on. I will share with you my outline on how you can rewrite your year, your 2020. But if you need more help, please go to virginiaprodanbooks.com/contact. Tell us your needs and we will help you. Here is my outline on how to look back on the year you have just survived and reframe the experience to focus on the positive. Yes, positive. So when you remember this year, you think, wow, I can't believe I did this, instead of, this year sucked so bad. Because no matter what, who you are or where you live, I assure you that more positive things happened in your life this year than you think. Focusing only on bad, you will develop a negative attitude, a negative perspective that will make you think that things are much worse than they actually are. Here is how to write your 2020 story in a way that illuminates how powerful and positive this year has actually been for you. Do you want to know why do so many ambitious, intelligent, wealthy, talented, skillful people never fulfill their potential, while others with average or below potential or grades grow up to be successful people? Well, the answer is their determination, the persistence or the persistent. And it's a trait that everyone can cultivate. Yes, indeed. I'm going to show you that you can do that too. Persistence, determination is the key to rewrite your year or to succeed in life or in next year too. We don't know what kind of year is next year, what kind of year we're going to have. So be prepared. Start practicing your determination and your persistence now. Be prepared. One of the most devastating circumstances in life revolves around failure. When you pour your heart and your soul into your business, a relationship, something that you create, and it fails, it results in catastrophic upheaval in our lives. When you fail, life turns upside down. Everything we once thought we wanted seems to disappear or vanish. That's the way we think. If you have recently experienced the gut wrenching effects of failure, or you are going through failure right now, I want you to understand that failure will make you stronger. It will make you wiser, more attuned to the things you want out of life, and more knowledgeable on just how to get from where you are to where you want to be. What most people don't realize is that failure acts as a stepping stone towards our success. It's through our greatest failures that we learn more about life, about goals, love, happiness, success, and all the things that make us into who we are today. Some of the most famous people in the world have failed the most time. And here is my list of the most famous failures in our time that have succeeded. They have been through failure, but were able to bounce back. If you truly know their stories, you will realize that achieving greatness isn't something that comes easy whatsoever. But it does eventually come as long as you don't give up. Here are some of my famous examples of people or favorite people that practice persistence. Albert Einstein, we all know him, one of the greatest thinkers of all time. Do you know that he didn't speak until he was 4 years old? He also failed his entrance exams at the Swiss Federal Polytechnic in Zurich. Yes. His father considered him to be a major failure. Nevertheless, Einstein eventually graduated from college and started to work as an insurance salesman, but quit because he fell at that as well. Well, yet he continued, he persevered, and in 1921 he received Nobel Prize in Physics for his service to theoretical physics and especially for discovering the law of gravity. He accomplished. Charles Chaplin, he is for sure or was one of the greatest comedian mind of all time. However, his life was not a comedy at all. He grew up in poverty in England. His father abandoned him and his mother when he was 2 years old, and he was forced to live in warehouse by the time he was age at 7. At the age of 9, his mother was permanently placed and committed to insane asylum. Through his entire life, Chaplin fell numerous times, but he is still one of the most famous comedians ever because of his persistence. A writer, Dr. Seuss, one of the most celebrated children's authors of all time, is also one of the most famous failures. His dream was to earn a PhD degree in literature from Lincoln College, Oxford, but he dropped out of school early in life. He failed at that. After he wrote his first book, publishers rejected his manuscript 28 times, but he didn't give up. And in 1991, at the time of his death, he had sold over 600 million copies of his books in 20 different languages, talking about persistence. Henry Ford is the father of the automobile and surely one of the most famous industrialists to ever lived. He helped bring transportation to masses in America and surely around the world. Well, his beginning was not very easy, not at all. In fact, his first company went bankrupt. His second company also didn't do well. After a dispute with his partners, he had to walk away. He was forced, in fact, to walk away with only the rights to his name. But because Ford was persistent, he is now the father of the automobile, and he built something special. Walt Disney, we all know Walt Disney. Do you know that Walt Disney was considered once a failure? Yes. He was fired from his job as Kansas City newspaper because, hear this, he lacked imagination and good ideas. Yes. Imagine that. More than that, his first animation studio, the one that he owned, went bankrupt. But listen, he refused to let those setbacks stop him. Nevertheless, he went on and found the most powerful entertainment company in history. He persisted and succeeded in a very big way. He was just a person like you and me, like us. You see, all those examples that I gave you, real people example of people practicing perseverance in their life. The difference in each one of them is that they refuse. They refuse to be discouraged, persisted, believed in their talent, and each one of them built a legacy that inspires and blesses many people even today, and I'm sure for generations to come. That is the power of persistence, of determination. You and I are created unique. God does not make copies. You have unique skills and unique talents that God gave you to be famous in your area. And I want you to unlock those skills, talents, and the power that God placed in you. You have the power in you to do this. You have God on your side. Yes. But when time gets tough, it can be all too easy to feel helpless or powerless. I know that for sure. Many people give up altogether and spend their lives reacting to things that happened rather than taking actions to make things happen. Remember that you cannot control many events in your life, but you can always control how you respond to them. And that it's your response to those events that will determine the outcomes that you will get in your life. So instead of letting the events of this past year disempower you, I encourage you to choose a different response. Find your power in everything that you survive. All of the good experience you had and all of the ways you managed to thrive this year. If you need more help, please go to virginiaprodanbooks.com/contact. Tell us what you need and we will help you. Because when you focus on positive, things positive that happened last year, this year, life becomes more positive. You will connect to God's plan for your life, to His directions, His power to do those plans. And that will help you to see possibilities, recognize opportunities that God placed in your life, and you can take actions that will help you to rewrite this year and to achieve your goals in next year and for your life. You can do it. I believe in you, and I'm here to help you. You can do it. Until our next Facebook Live, each Wednesday and Saturday at 10 o'clock Central Time, keep in touch and remember, I believe in you and you can do it. Bye-bye.